Hi everyone. So today's video we will study about if conditions. Okay. So if conditions are one of the very most important and fundamental aspects of every programming language. Okay. So if you study if conditions in Arduino, then you will be able to apply that if condition in Java, C, C Sharp, or Python, or any programming language. So these are common things. So let's get into the stuff. So actually what if condition is, if something is true, we want something to happen. Let's say if the temperature value is less than 50, maybe you have to switch on the bulb or switch on the heater. Or if the temperature value is more than 50, maybe you want to switch on the AC. So we need such kind of situation. If something is true, we have to do something. Okay, so that is where we are using if conditions. So I will write the format of if condition, so then you can easily understand. First we will write an if. You can see the color is changing, and you will have a two open and close brackets, a pair of. Okay, and simply what you will do is you will have an open curly braces and a close curly braces. Okay, so if a normal double bracket and a open and closed curly brackets. So you know what this meaning of this open and closed curly brackets, right? So if you have an open and curly bracket next to an if condition, so that means this is the area of the if condition. So whatever you write within the open and curly brackets, that is owned by if condition. If condition is the owner of that whatever you write within that two curly braces, right? So if you write something out of that curly braces, if condition has to do nothing with those part of code. So it's not completed yet. So I said if something is true, then if condition will work, right? So let's say if x is greater than 50, that means temperature is greater than 50. So if it becomes true, then you have to switch off on the AC. So don't worry that much. Just remember. So inside the if right, in if the double brackets, you will have to write the condition. Okay, just focus on that. Okay, condition. Okay, so this is not what we are right after. For you to understand, I write like this condition, right? Condition means any condition you can write to check. Whatever the condition you want to check, you have to write within these two brackets. Then within the two curly braces, what you have to do is, if this condition is true, you want to do something, right? Let's say the temperature value is more than 50, you want to switch on the AC. So that commands you can write within these two curly braces. Okay. So if this condition becomes true, these commands will be implemented. Maybe you can have an LED on, digital write 13 high. You can write within an if conditions. So what is the rule? If the condition becomes true, the commands will be implemented. Otherwise, what will happen is if the condition is false, the if condition will skip the whole area and go to the next line. Okay. So I'm sorry. So let's say if the condition is true, it will work. Okay. So please have a good look on that, so that now I am going to edit it. So let's say the condition, what I said, is true, right? What if I write manual true like this? Still it is valid, because this if condition, this program will come inside the void loop, and it will see there's an if condition, there's an if. So it will try to check the condition. What is condition? Whatever within this double bracket is condition. Now I wrote it, right? If the condition is true, the command will run. Okay. So you see, we directly write true here. True is a boolean, right? You can understand that, one, true, or boolean, right? So true is basically boolean. So sometimes we use one for that, but we will think about true and false. So if I said if this condition is true, this if this program will get within these two curly braces, and it will implement whatever the commands you write here. So now you see, we directly said it is true. So then what will happen? This is true. That means the program will know I have to get into the if condition. So that means what? I have to get into the commands. So it will get into the if conditions area, whatever the governed area of if condition, and it will implement all the commands you write within the if condition. Okay. So once done, the if condition will finish. It will not keep rotating within this. Then the program will come to this line, and since we wrote it inside the void loop, okay, because void loop is a repeating one, right? So the program will again come and check whether the if condition is true or not. Still it is true, so it will happen. So you will see, we directly wrote the true, right? So it will happen. So if you wrote, it will happen all the times, right? Whenever the program comes to this line, it will get into this if condition because we wrote true. So let's say if I wrote false, okay, instead of true, when the program comes, it will find, okay, it is false, so I should not implement the if loop, right? So it will skip the whole things you write within these two curly brackets, and it will come to the next line, that means line number 12, and it will run whatever you write outside of that, otherwise it will not run. So even if it in the next iteration of the void loop, this will come and see if is false, so I will not get into the if loop or if condition, and I will not do these commands. Understood, right? So now what is the point of writing true and false? Because if it is always true, I wrote like true, it will always get into the if condition, right? So we don't need to even write the if condition. Yes or no? Because even if you write outside of the if condition, without if conditions, it is also always going to run. So if it is always true within the if condition, then there's no point actually, basically. But if you want to understand, you should know this. That's why I said that, okay? So or if you want to have it false within this always FALSE, then still there's no point of having that if condition because this is always false. So that is where we check some conditions. Okay, for example, think about this. Okay, let's say you are reading a temperature value. Okay, the temperature can change, okay, from 0 to 50, let's say, and you are writing within the if condition, if x is, look at this, okay, greater than 50. Okay, if x is greater than 50, so I am not writing in the computer's programming language, I am just writing in a manual language. Let's just remember in the first line we are having a temperature reading and x is the temperature value. Just remember like that, right? This is not a part of coding, just to explain you the concept of if condition. So if x is greater than 50, let's say the command can be like switch on the AC. Switch on AC. Okay, so switching on AC. Okay, so this is all, right? So and you come out, you again repeat it. The problem is every time, let's say you are reading the temperature, so I will write this as well. So this is also not part of the coding. Read temperature. Okay, so you are reading the temperature and assign to x. I am not defining x anywhere, so just for you to like get some idea. So if you want, we can define x. I don't want to get the coding complex, so just think I have designed x somewhere as an integer or something, and I proceed. Just try to focus on the logic. If x is greater than 50, I have to switch on the AC. The problem is, what is the rule? If this part, okay, this part of the coding is true, this will work. If this is false, it will not work. Oh my god, did I delete that? Okay, I will rewrite it. If it is true, it will work, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so I will, okay, format it. I'm sorry guys, it's a mistake. Okay, so now x is, what if we'll do is, I write x is greater than 50. X is greater than 50. Okay, now we will read the temperature first. If the temperature may be greater than 50 or may not be greater than 50. So now we will come and check here. Okay, let's say the temperature is 60. So x is greater than 50 means, let's say temperature is x is 60 now. So 60 is greater than 50 now. So if x is 60, I can replace it. So now see, the condition of if is 60 is greater than 50 is true or false? It is true. So now it has become true. Understood? So now this, I will switch on the AC. And I will come to the next line, and I will come to the next line, and I will again read the temperature value. Let's say this time the temperature is 45. So I said x is greater than 50, right? Greater than 50. So now let's say new temperature value is 45. Now what is this? 45 is greater than 50 is what? False, because 45 is less than 50. Okay, so this will be false. So now it will not get into the if condition. So it will skip that if condition and it will go to the next line. It will not switch on the LED, AC. So it will again, when it comes to the void loop again, because it is going to repeat forever, it will again read the temperature value and check whether if condition is true or false. So simple as that. So this is how we implement the basic stuff. So now you have a system that can switch on that AC. Oh, what I'm repeating the same mistake. Now you have a system that can switch on that AC if the temperature value is more than 50. Okay. So this is why we use it, because we don't write the true or false directly, because that doesn't make sense. We have a variable that can change actually, and we compare it with the value actually. So this is not the complete code, because these are all in human language, basic English, not in programming language. So don't worry about that. And I didn't define X, so you can define X if you want. When it comes to concepts, int X. Understood? And here also you may have to like pin mode, something like that. Sorry, digital write, something like that. Things like that. So this kind of complex coding we will see later. So only just try to understand. If we have an if, and we have within the if we have a condition checking, and if the condition is true, we will implement a command that we want to happen. So we have condition, okay, and a command. So this is the condition of, this is the rule of if condition, right? So we will study further with if condition. So for this tutorial, I think this is enough. Otherwise it may confuse you. So the rest we will see in the next video. So consider subscribing us. I will catch you up in the next video, guys.